This is Dumbline, the podcast of dumb crimes and even dumber criminals. Hello. My name is Greg. Welcome to my paperboy's favorite true crime podcast. This is Dumbline. He's got very selective taste, so know you're in good company. My name is Greg. I'm joined by my golfing buddy, Jason.
Hello, everybody.
And our queen of quinoa, Maria.
Hey, dummies.
So the weather has changed here in Philadelphia. It's spring-like, which means people who don't normally ride their bikes are like, it's a nice day to go bike ride to work today. And here, do us a favor. I have a bike. I like the bike ride. If there's no bike lane designated and you see a biker on the right side of the one-lane road, don't ride on the left side and cause a moving, slow road jam that was driving me crazy on Thursday today. Just both get on the same side of the road so we can pass you safely and everyone's cool. And that's it. What we have here is we have this that rental bike program where those blue bikes, you sign up. So they're not normal bikers. They don't bike every day, and their biking skills not great. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm ranting on Sunday drivers, except springtime, nice day bike riders, jamming up the streets of Philadelphia.
As someone who commutes using bike lanes every day, it was jam-packed today, and it's it was a little annoying. Annoying.
Yeah, at least, I mean, if you're going down the street, you see a scooter on the right, you're not going to go scooter on the left, so no one can get by.
No.
And another thing, SEPTA, which is our Southeastern Pennsylvania Transportation Association, hey, they block off 15 feet of every corner for no parking so you guys can unload and load passengers. Pull over! Stop blocking the lane so we can't get past you. You got a designated spot to just pull over. Come on. That's it.
Agreed.
But I do bike myself, and I'm trying to be a conscientious biker. That's all. I'm not a bus driver, but if I was, I think I'd be a conscientious bus driver too, and not hold everybody up. Anyway,
I would try to be too.
Yeah, Maria, do you have a headline for us?
I do.
Extra, read all about it. Extra, read all about it.
This week's headline is from the BBC. Lima, Ohio, January 11th, 2016. U.S. fugitive sends selfie to police after terrible mugshot. After seeing the mugshot Lima police posted on Facebook because he was wanted for arson and vandalism, Donald Pugh sent a more flattering photo to them. Pugh later said in an interview, quote, "They put a picture out that made me look like I was a Thundercat or James Brown on the run. I can't do that," end quote. He was arrested in Florida the day after this news story was published.
What year was this?
2016.
Oh, all right. I was going to say, if it was now, to be that familiar with Thundercat references, I don't really remember what the Thundercats look like.
Oh, man.
I don't either.
Crazy hair?
They had crazy hair. He
doesn't really have crazy hair. He's got like a tight afro. He doesn't look crazy.
There was Lion-O. There was Panthera. There was, Snarf.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
There was Snarf. There was Chitara. Chitara was also a Thundercat.
Man, Jason, all into Thundercat.
Wow.
That was, those are the four I can remember.
Okay.
Lion-O, Panthero, Chitara, and Snarf. And there was two little kid things. Snarf was weird. There's these two twin little kid things. I can't remember their names. Kit and Cat or something like that, maybe.
Kit and Cat?
Yeah, I think so.
Speaking of which, do we want to get into the Kit Kat?
How much was stolen?
12 tons in Italy.
That's crazy.
It's weird. My local pizzeria is giving out free Kit Kat bars with every pizza. I don't know where they got them.
They're all in the sauce.
Mugshots are not flattering for the most part. I don't know. I don't ever want to know about myself, but when I see them, they're not really flattering. So I understand the guy's motivation.
But there are some people that have become very famous for their mugshot too. Like,
Sure, but not for good reason. I mean, very rarely is it because they look attractive.
Well, it was hot convict guy. He got like a modeling job,
Yes.
and he's
Yes.
like married to some like
Oh,
billionaire mogul now.
Yeah. Yes, this guy's probably thinking if I'm on the lam, they're going to keep circulating photos of me. They bet they should at least be more attractive photos of me. Photos that more like
Yeah.
look like I look like as I'm walking around the streets.
It's bad.
I mean, it's bad. Also, like, I appreciate wanting to have a better photo, but maybe don't tell the police force that posted your mugshot that you want a better photo. That's probably the downfall.
Did they catch him because of the photo?
Yeah, a day later. Yeah.
Oh,
Very solid.
yeah. Well. All right, Marie, it's that time. You're going to take us away someplace special, someplace dumb, stupid, corny, weird. And there's going to be a crime involved, probably. Are you
Okay.
ready?
Yes.
Let's do
Yeah,
it.
we're ready.
Let's
Okay.
do it. Do it.
This is what happens when a dum-dum acts like a dog with a bone. The main source for this story is Dateline, season 34, episode 29, called Take Two, and all sources are available in our show notes.
I still always love the season and episode numbers. Season 1262, episode 521.
Yeah,
I mean, they're the
34
OGs.
is- It's impressive.
They are the OGs. They've been doing it forever.
Yeah. So in Montebello, New York in 2016, Ira Bernstein, 42, is a podiatrist, a father, and the husband of Susan Bernstein. Ira and Susan's marriage has had its ups and downs, to put it mildly, and during a period of separation, Ira begins seeing Kelly Gribeluk, a 35-year-old former mortician, allegedly aspiring model, which at 35 feels like a super stretch.
That
Kelly
is such an
Gribeluk?
interesting. That is such an interesting slash.
Gribeluk. Her last name is Gribeluk. Yeah, that she fancies herself a model on Dateline is like, por favor. I can't.
That's
So
please
at
for
this point-
everybody that doesn't know what por favor means. I'll translate
At this point, Ira and Susan are fighting about finances. According to Ira, Susan wants the majority of what they own, which includes a sprawling estate and some rental properties. Meanwhile, Kelly has begun working for Ira, and they're growing closer.
A sprawling estate.
I mean, it is no joke.
What is she doing? What is she doing for him as a podiatrist? Like a receptionist?
He later says that she does everything for him. She helps him plan the
I bet
business. She
Bet she
takes
does.
care of his personal. She's like his assistant and probably, I would say, manager of his podiatry practice. She's
All right.
involved in everything.
All right.
Is the estate sprawling?
It truly is. It's crazy. I
it's-
wish I had the square footage, but I don't.
It's like right on the border of Pennsylvania. It's probably cheap.
Montebello?
Yeah, no. I'm looking at this map.
No, it's maybe I'm not thinking of the border the right way,
North
but
Jersey? Maybe it's North Jersey? I don't know.
I think you might be thinking of another town. Montebello, New York is about an hour north of New York City.
All right.
But I think there is another town in New
It's near
Jersey.
Mahwah. Is Mahwah, New Jersey?
Yeah, Mahwah,
is
New Jersey.
Oh, all right. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's near Mahwah, New Jersey.
So at a car dealership in April 2016, Kelly approaches a salesman named Mark Kenzie, whom she's dealt with in the past. We will never have his full name. It's only Mark Kenzie.
Is it like Cher? Does he have a last name? Because Mark Kenzie is pretty strong.
He has a last name, but I think we'll find out why we don't know his full name. There's a privacy issue around how he's involved.
Gotcha.
Kelly asks Mark Kenzie if he will help her kill someone. She was just a former customer of his, and she rolls up to the car dealership and asks him if he can help her kill somebody.
Oh my God.
Why? What about him would make her think that?
Yeah, is it just like, does he
Is he
have
selling
like,
Cadillacs?
yeah, does she notice a gun in his pants when she was there? Like,
well, we're
does it
going to
say,
get
like,
to an
murder for
explanation
hire
of
on his shirt or something.
we're going to get to an explanation of why she might think that, but I think it's just like the typical dum-dum. It's not necessarily just because of the explanation, but what Kelly doesn't know is that Mackenzie hangs out with cops. So he sets up a meeting with Kelly to discuss the possible hit and lets his friends know about her.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So he's just like, I'm just going to fuck with her. She's an idiot.
Yeah. He's like, all right, I'll meet with you.
Yeah, good for you, Mackenzie.
Seriously. Though many dum-dums just blatantly ask randos to carry out hits, Mackenzie suspects that Kelly had misinterpreted something he'd said when he previously sold her a car.
P.S. I also kill people.
How's your week going? I just kill it. I kill it. I'm killing it here today.
Yeah, I'm killing it. Right. Crushing it. Killing it.
He's a killer. I've been looking for a killer. Interesting.
So Kelly had, for whatever reason, confided in him about being abused by her husband when she bought the car the first time and interacted with him. And Mackenzie responded by saying that he knew people who could help her, but he meant cops, and she must have interpreted that as he knows hitmen.
Oh, that's amazing. I can have somebody help. That's where I would go. I would immediately go, oh, this guy's offering to find me an assassin.
Yes. Yeah.
I would probably assume the same. I would think that language like that, if you said, I know people who can help you, I would probably think that that person's insinuating a hit. Right?
Maybe a therapist.
Know. Yeah.
Maybe I would think a therapist.
Is he like winking and nodding when he says it?
No, he was not winking and nodding when he said it. That's for sure.
Like, I know people that can help you.
Yeah. So later that same day, Mackenzie meets Kelly at a gas station to find out more about the potential victim. Kelly brings a picture of Ira's wife, Susan. Once he has the information, he contacts his detective friends and begins working with them to document what transpires with Kelly.
This guy's trying to get a job.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely is like, he's like, I have no boundaries. I'm just going to start this. I'm going to start this dang operation by myself. I'm just going
to close this case. He's closing it.
Yeah, always wanted to be a detective. Ended up a couple bad decisions, selling caddies.
Yeah. So police outfit Mackenzie's car with audio and video before Kelly and Mackenzie meet again. At that meeting, Kelly is interested in making the hit look like a car accident. She proposes a price of $200,000. She proposes. She doesn't ask.
Wow.
That's a big win.
That's but how, like a car accident? You got to how are you going to do it? You're going to run him over? But if you hit
She's
him
got ideas.
in his car, that's crazy. Just shoot him.
You got to let the hit person say their own price first. You got to let them make.
That's right.
We heard hit people go for like $7,500, $200,000.
200. You could get she should have hired somebody to go on the dark web and find a real one for her.
I know.
She probably found a real one.
I know.
She killed a head of state. 200,000.
Yeah, I know, right? It's just her husband. I love that she's got that kind of. She's got that, or she's got that kind of money laying around,
right?
Well,
and that doesn't look suspicious.
No,
$200,000 withdrawal.
So, since no money is exchanged during this meeting, Mackenzie arranges another one. And every time they meet, Kelly confidently hops into Mackenzie's car, seemingly without a second thought. She's just like, hey, dude, what's up? No thought about the car, what might be happening.
Just checking in.
So the next time they meet, she revisits the idea of a car accident. She tells Mackenzie that Susan is crazy, exclaiming, quote, look at how mean she is. She called me a prostitute and a slut, as she shows him her phone. Kelly then lets Mackenzie know that she'd rather pay $100,000 than $200,000. She's cutting her the fee
All
she
right, all right.
suggested in half.
I mean, if you're not gonna run them over, I'm not paying more than $100,000. You
I
gotta
guess.
buy into this running over.
That accident idea is dumb. Dumb.
I mean, this is a roller coaster of dumb. Mackenzie agrees to her price and then asks for a deposit. And then they have to meet again because she doesn't have cash for the deposit. So we're on like meeting number 3 at this point.
Is the whole car wired? Is there like cops like hiding in the back seat?
Cameras mounted on like the side mirrors everywhere. There's cameras everywhere. There's lights.
He's got a
like a
camera
ring
on
light in front of her.
He has a ring light in the back seat. So when she turns around and looks right at the camera, she's like lit up perfectly.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
So during meeting number 3, Kelly asks, "Is this refundable?" Are you kidding me?
Good. I mean, if it doesn't work out, you want your money back.
I mean,
it's 100 G's.
It's not a bad question.
No.
Really?
No, of course it is. Of course it is a bad question. It's not refundable.
Sorry. I know.
I would be like, I'm taking this 100 G's whether this dude's dead or not. Like,
if I give you my Capital One, can I get cash back on this? That's a lot of or miles. Can I get miles?
Miles would be great. $100,000 a mile in one purchase is awesome.
Yeah, especially if it's like if you can get like double. I wonder if it would be double points. Is a hit?
Is like a restaurant?
Yeah, is it like a hit?
If it's
double
murder,
or triple
you
points?
get like double points.
Yeah,
like who knows?
So I want to use my American Airlines card for this hit. What kind of point multiplication situation am I looking at for this?
Can I get in the lounge? If I do this, can I get in the lounge?
I just want lounge access.
All we want is lounge pass.
So Kelly also implies that she's colluding with someone else. Mackenzie finally convinces Kelly to introduce him to her partner in crime. And here comes the dumb. That's when detectives discover that Ira Bernstein, who is also the police department's go-to podiatrist, is the other person involved.
What? Wait. I mean, that's great that he's involved and everything. But their go-to podiatrist, like for what?
Well, I mean, they're on their feet all day. They probably have like a go-to podiatrist. Yes, but the cops who are staking out this whole thing recognize him immediately, and they all duck in their cars because they're like, "Holy shit, it's Ira!" Like they all know him.
Now, do you think it's because they have sore feet, or is he the kind of doctor where if they got a blister, he'd be like, you should probably miss a couple, like 3-4 weeks of work on this.
Is he friendly?
Is he that kind of friendly with them?
That's very possible. That it's like there's a lot of other stuff.
If he's planning a hit, or he's involved in this, I would assume that
allegedly,
everything's allegedly, but I would assume that he would not look past whatever workers' comp fraud. I think he would be like okay with that as well.
That's absolutely possible. So unlike Kelly, Ira is hesitant about hopping into Mackenzie's car.
Yeah.
Eventually, he acquiesces.
Like, you go in there? She's like, yeah, I go in there all the time.
Yeah. There's cameras. Like there's a guy with like a director's chair with one of them like funnel things. Rolling action. Like, wait, you go in this car?
So
catering table out front.
Yeah, there's crafty.
Yeah, craft services.
Craft services in the back seat. So, unlike Kelly, Ira is. We just went through that, didn't we? Okay. So once in the car, Ira expresses that he doesn't like that Mackenzie and Kelly have been communicating about this via Facebook Messenger. How many times?
Boy.
How many?
I
times?
love that
messaging.
He put this, but he's probably like, "Oh my God, I'd leave this to you. I tell you to handle this hit." And you're doing it on Facebook Messenger, and you're jumping in the car with the director and the ring light in it. Like, he's like, this whole thing's fucked. I would be like, this whole thing's fucked. We can't do this. He's probably the only smart one here. He's like, this is all fucked up. He's like, we're going to get caught. He knows they're going to get caught.
Well, we'll see how smart he is because Mackenzie eases his concern by explaining that the data on Messenger isn't able to be downloaded, and Ira believes him. So Mackenzie just makes up a story like, don't worry about it, it's private. And Ira's like, oh, okay, no problem. You guys keep talking on Facebook Messenger.
He's a podiatrist. Was he supposed to know tech stuff too?
I'm not a computer guy. I'll leave that to the hitman computer guy. He's the IT/hitman.
When Kelly gets back in the car, she explains that Ira's afraid of his children growing up without their mother, and she asks Mackenzie for advice on how to convince him to go through with the hit. So she's not like, oh, he doesn't want to do it. She's like, how can I get him to stop worrying about his children?
The crazy thing about all this is still some dude she just met at the car
At a fucking car dealership.
That said, I can help you with like police. This is so insane.
She's on like 3 meetings, 15 vanilla lattes. Like she is in deep.
It's crazy that this whole thing, like she's entrusting this person. Like
I know.
It's crazy the trust she puts in this guy.
So they have another meeting number 4. And at this point, if I were Mackenzie, I'd be like, where is my sainthood? I can't do this anymore. Like, this is crazy. Anyway, so the fourth meeting,
when's this guy selling cars? He's meeting up with this.
Yeah. I feel like this is his whole job.
Gotta be floundering.
Imagine it's all in the car dealership parking lot. He's just in new cars every time.
They just send him out. They just send him out when they pull him up. Oh man, that's great. Just pull around front. I'll jump in real quick.
So Kelly brings a deposit to their 4th meeting and raises the idea of a car accident yet again.
How much was the deposit?
Oh, $2,000.
No,
Per deposit.
That's normal.
That's rough.
It's not even. It's not even. What is it? Usually it's 50% before.
Yeah, right.
50%.
I mean, usually.
What the movie says.
Really we don't.
I don't know. Is that how the hitmen usually work? Half up front.
That's. I mean, if Hollywood has taught me anything, which we all know is very true, is that's how it's done.
All right.
Half now, half on delivery.
All right.
So Kelly tells Mackenzie that she has hit and killed someone before and that they did not investigate it because they deemed it an accident. Now, to be fair, we do not know. She has never been charged with any crime, so it could have been a legitimate accident. No.
But she says, I know this works. I've done this. It works. It's got to look like an accident.
Yeah, you just what's crazy, you just drive real fast on the side of the person's car. And that should work.
And then just shrug your shoulders like an emoji.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So she now also wants to hire someone through Mackenzie to admit to killing Susan in an accident. So this is another hire that she wants to make. That somebody
who's going to admit to killing someone.
Yeah, she's going to take the fall. Like, how much is she going to pay him to do that? Cost?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's what, $100,000. You're going to give somebody $100,000 to spend the rest of their life in jail. Like that's that's crazy.
Tempting, isn't it?
Yeah, very tempting.
So Kelly calls for a 5th goddamn meeting, and she now has another job for Mackenzie's henchmen. Ira is under investigation for insurance fraud and will pay $5,000 to have the 2 United Healthcare investigators assaulted.
He's running. This is just
that won't raise any suspicion, and it's not like these are the only 2 inspectors they have. Once they kill these 2, the case will just go away.
Oh yeah, no, it'll be fine.
Yeah, once you
or they're not
rough
killed.
these guys up, they'll just usually that just goes away.
Yeah,
she wants
whatever
to scare
cases they're
them.
working on, they just throw into the incinerator.
They do. They're like, oh man, these guys are too rough for us. We can't get them. We got roughed up.
These guys are already overworked. Now we got to put these dead guy cases on our other stage. Just throw those cases out.
Yeah. How many, what kind of henchman squad do you think I have? Do we have 25 people to handle all of this?
Right.
So during this 5th meeting, Kelly asks, "You're sure you're not involved with the police, right?" She's met
'Cause
with
you
him
have to
5
tell me.
times.
You have to tell me
Right.
if you are.
Swearsies.
You have to tell me. That's the law. If you're a cop, you have to tell me.
So detectives contact the insurance investigators. This is actually a little crazy part of the story. They convince the investigators to help police stage a beating and take photos of a beating to prove that it has happened.
This is always so crazy. Like I love when these hitman things, because we've had it a couple times before where they've staged like the person's death and taken the picture and been like, it's done. Like that's got to be so fucked up. If you know somebody wants to kill you, or the person that you love and are married to wants to kill you, and then they're like, okay, we need you to stage it real quick. Like that's crazy. But these guys just got beat up. They're probably like, oh, this is great. Yeah, I'll pretend to be beat up. Like, this is good. Like they're just putting this whole thing. It's crazy.
Especially if this guy is like really trying to, I'd be like, yes, you can stage that. He's really trying to beat me up. Yes, you can stage it.
Yeah. Same. Yeah. It's not, hasn't gotten there yet. Like it's, I'll stage a beat up.
So Mackenzie meets with Kelly again and shows her the photos of the beating. And she's really eager to take them with her to Ira. She really wants Ira to see the hard copies of these photos. Mackenzie's like, can't do that. But he's like, I can meet you and him in the parking lot of Ira's business and show them to him in my car, which is like every time you meet with, you are always in the same car.
This guy is a detective. Yeah, he's
really
one of the
good.
smartest detectives we've had on the show.
And he's not
even a detective. He's just a car dealer.
So in the parking lot, Ira gets into Mackenzie's car again. And at this point, he affirms that a car accident is the way to go and Susan's hit. He also notices some kind of device in the back of the car, turns around, looks right in the camera and says, what's that? And Mackenzie says, oh, it's a hookup for a video game system my kids have. And he says, oh, okay. And keeps talking about everything.
Oh, boy.
He's smart on the fly. This guy needs a job.
He is, job.
Right?
He's good. So 5 days later, Kelly tells Mackenzie that Ira is worried that they're being set up again. So she doesn't get in Mackenzie's car, but types the word yes on her phone and shows him her phone. But he's wearing a camera. So it's recorded that she has given the green light for the hit on Susan. Kelly is arrested on May 4th. When she's taken into the station, she passes Mackenzie, who is handcuffed and sitting in a separate room. The detectives hope that when she knows he's arrested, quote unquote, she'll capitulate and start talking, but she doesn't. So police bring in Mackenzie and tell her he's been working with them the whole time. And her jaw drops. Her dumbass jaw is just like on the floor immediately. And she then starts claiming but he lied to me. He lied to me.
What? You're a liar. You're a liar, Mackenzie.
So she begins claiming that Susan has been terrorizing her. Quote, she calls me all kinds of names, she tells police. And quote, she poured coffee all over my coat. My coat is still at the cleaners, end quote, as if that is a reason to kill somebody.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So what? So obviously she's arrested. How much does she go to jail?
Yeah, we'll get there.
Okay.
She insists that Mackenzie forced them to do the hit. Like once they agreed to it, it had to be done. And he was really the one who forced them into it, which obviously there's no record of.
Well, yeah, they're like, we've been watching you this entire time. Like all of these are recorded and transcribed. He didn't say that to you. Like they've been watching this whole thing. Like you can't make up stories now. Right.
But she refuses to implicate Ira. But later that day, sorry, there might be a cat coming in. Get away. Ira is arrested later that day. And once he's in custody, he asks, is this about medicine? Am I going to be in the newspapers? Sir, it is 2016. You were going to be all over the internet, and the 12 people who subscribe to newspapers will also learn about this 2 days later. I don't know why that was this question.
There eventually, years later, three people from Philadelphia are going to do a podcast episode on you. Like, this is going to be everywhere, buddy.
Actually, it's about planner's warts.
So Ira insists that Mackenzie threatened to feed both of them to the alligators if they didn't go through with the hit.
I'll feed you
What
to the
alligators?
Feed you to
What
the
alligators?
See? So weird.
There's a lot of alligators in that part of New York.
In upstate New York on the border of Pennsylvania, there's tons of alligators.
There are lots up there. Swampland. The old Pennsylvania swamps.
Swamps, yeah. So Ira later tries to convince Dateline that he secretly hoped he was in the middle of a sting operation because he really didn't want to go through with the hit of his wife. He was secretly hoping it was a sting.
I'm glad we got caught.
Yeah. And adding to Ira's long list of douchebaggery, he bails himself out within a few days of being in jail and leaves Kelly there. He doesn't bail her out.
Of course.
Well, yeah, of course. She's a lunatic. He's got a kind of. He can't bail her out.
Yeah, she wants to kill
bad optics.
His wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ira and Kelly misguidedly both appear on Dateline in 2017 while they're awaiting trial. Kelly is one of the worst liars I have ever seen. And here comes more dumb. Dumb. Kelly tries to convince reporter Andrea Canning that she's remorseful and sorry for her actions, but she smiles the whole time. So it's, I'm remorseful. People should believe me because I'm really sorry for what happened. And it's like, she's so hyped to be on Dateline. She just smiles the entire time. She's like, it was just a bad idea. We just had a bad idea. Nobody should have left that woman on that show.
Did I tell you about the coat? Did I tell you about the coffee on my coat?
Yeah.
Like, you heard that part, right?
Did I tell you about my $50 dry cleaning bill?
It's a bad idea.
Super nervous. Probably a nervous smile.
I highly encourage everybody to watch the interview. She looks crazy. Anyway, Kelly Grebelak takes a plea deal and is sentenced to 4 to 12 years for conspiracy.
Whoa.
Ira Bernstein pleads guilty to 1 count of conspiracy in the 2nd degree and 2 counts of conspiracy in the 5th degree, which I didn't even know existed. He's sentenced to 5 to 15 years, but they are both released in 2021 after serving 4 years.
Oh, wow.
And apparently the 5th degree is agreeing to, let me see if I get this right, agreeing to a misdemeanor with other people. Conspiracy in the 2nd degree is agreeing to a felony. So the 5th degree is something very minor that they attached onto the case to just bump up his charges. It's really the 2nd degree charge that has to do with Susan's hit.
Gotcha.
So since Ira has lost his medical license after he leaves jail in 2021, he goes into business with a landscaping company, and little by little, he skims money from the business. Obviously, the landscapers
tough out there, man. It's tough out there.
I mean, well, we'll see what happens. The landscaper is irate, and he's seeking ways to recoup his finances. And here comes so much more dumb, I can't even express it.
Dum, dum, dum.
Ira approaches the landscaper with a proposition. Will he kill Susan? Ira also asks him, quote, can they convict someone on circumstantial evidence?
After he's skimming money?
After he left prison for conspiracy to commit
murder.
Wait, is Susan still with him?
They do not get divorced until 2023 because it was a very contentious divorce. It's not like they were together. They were separated and were hammering out their divorce.
Oh my
So
gosh.
technically she is, but not really. I mean,
So he's skimming money, and then he asks
He's
his
skimming
boss,
money, and then he asks the landscaper to kill Susan for him.
Okay, I know I've been skimming money from you, and I apologize, but I've got a deal for you. How about you kill my wife? Like,
Who would ask
what?
your
This
boss
guy's
that?
crazy. Yeah, yes, your boss. Hey, boss.
And then
quick
he's
question
he's
for you.
probably in the
It's
truck.
not like he's working.
"All right."
If he's working in waste management, I get it. Landscaping, you're not asking your boss to kill somebody.
Waste management. There's
Scrap
probably a
yard,
higher
junk yard,
percentage.
waste management, all that. Yes, maybe.
So what he doesn't know is the landscaper has recorded his conversation and is trying to use it. He's trying to use it to get his money back. So when he tells Ira that the conversation was recorded, Ira runs to his sister, who's an attorney, and asks her what to do. And stupidity is genetic in this family, because as an attorney, she gets in touch with the landscaper and says, destroy that recording. So she is culpable of tampering with evidence too. And what the landscaper does,
Crazy.
Kelly got out of prison, and I don't know, she's
just out.
just watching her Dateline interview over and over again. I don't know, but
I wonder if she
she's
get any
out.
modeling gigs from the appearance
I
of Dateline. I wonder.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe she's a foot model. I don't. She worked in a podiatrist office. Maybe she has insider track on foot modeling. So, the landscaper takes the recording to Susan directly, the ex-wife, and Susan acts on it and goes to the police.
She's like, again, they're still trying to kill me.
Yeah.
This is the second time this guy has tried to hire a random stranger to kill me.
Yeah. So he's arrested again, and this time he's charged with criminal solicitation, tampering with evidence, and solicitation. In August 2025, Ira pleads guilty to tampering with evidence, but all of the other charges are dropped, including the fraud charges from United Healthcare. So he's been wiped clean of any fraud charges, which were pretty significant, to be honest.
Wow.
He's sentenced in March 2026 to 1 to 3 years in prison and is prohibited from having contact with Susan or their children until 2037. And that
what's that time? What's that in 2037? He's not going to be crazy anymore?
I mean, I'm pretty sure she'd be able to file for some kind of protective, she's probably able to file at that point to keep him away from her family. That might have been the most they could do, given that it's never been documented that he's been violent with her. Probably has happened if he's escalated to murdering her, but there's no actual act that has happened. So it might just be a technicality.
Yeah. Well,
so that's the whole story.
Well, they're all dummies as usual. Yeah, that's brutal. Actually, I just don't understand. It's just
Gribbleluck. She's
we should call her Gridlock. Ugly. I mean that.
Yeah, she's a cute girl.
Yeah. What's she doing right
She's
now?
giving me Shabusiness vibes. She gives me Shabusiness vibes.
She's a little crazy, but it's a little intriguing.
Yeah. Not terrible. Not the worst looking person we've had on here.
No. Good. I mean, she got possibility for modeling at her age. She looks good. She looks like
35.
Yeah,
she looks 27.
Okay.
She looks 27. That's a big thing. So long, Kelly. God bless you.
Hopefully she stays out of trouble.
Yeah, it sounds like she has been. Ira's the problem.
Yeah. And he really, I will say this for Kelly, he really fucked her over. He left her in jail. He pointed the finger and said she was the one who came up with the plan. She was sort of the fall guy for all of this. So I do feel a little bit bad for her, even if she was terrible on Dateline.
Yeah, but she's still went through with everything.
No,
She met this guy like 5 times, and they're both idiots, and they both should be in jail.
Yeah.
At least she's keeping her nose clean now, and he sounds like he's a disaster. Oh, he looks like it.
His hair is a weird ass haircut with them sideburns.
That looks like a piece. That's a hair.
Like a gullet. He's got like a gullet, but his beard comes down like the stubble's under his gullet. Like
that's weird. He's got a piece. That's a hair piece. Looks like it's
that is an early mugshot. His second sentencing, he was bald. So he's definitely this could be a hairpiece for sure.
Yep. Yeah, I can tell. We know our own.
Baldies unite.
Yeah, we know our own. Don't be scared.
Yeah, no shade about baldies. I promise you that.
Yeah.
Just shade about
Jason,
Ira.
Tell people where to find us, Jason, before we play everyone's favorite game. Get to know Maria.
TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. That's where you can find us. Always like, subscribe, share with your friends. Yeah. Now it's time for everybody's favorite.
Play along at home.
Get to know Maria. Get to know her.
So this will be a 50-50 chance. So if you're playing along at home, just Maria, give us a 5-second pause so people can lock in their answers.
Okay.
You've fallen in love, but you have to pick one of these 2 careers from your dream guy. Either he's an exotic dancer or he's a DJ at a strip club. You got to bring him home to mom and dad or dad and your sisters.
But you love him.
Our 5 seconds up?
He's a great guy.
Great guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with, are we ready for this? Everybody has time to lock in their answers? Okay. I'm going with DJ.
That's what I had. That's the correct answer.
Yeah, I said that. Yeah. I could not. Yeah. DJ was the right one. That's where I was.
Yeah, at least at family parties, he's gonna have the music bumping. He's got his road trip and music on the road trip.
Got a great, yeah.
They're still like the exotic dancer's tough. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but that's
no, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just like, that would be tough for me.
Yeah.
Oh, you've done it again, Maria. You've amazed us all with your answers here. Thanks for hanging with us on another episode of Dumbline. My name is Greg.
I'm Jason.
I'm Maria.
Take it easy.
See everybody.
Bye, dummies.